What is up, everyone? It's me again, Gamerlush, for another episode of Final Fantasy A Realm Reborn. And gay? Wait, I'm stumbling on my words already. After my Archer video, I got a lot of requests for the other jobs as well. So, I'm going ahead. So it's cool that you guys thought my opinion was very valid. I appreciate you guys and your questions. So I'm going to be doing one, because I got another question for my, how is conjurer and how's leveling a conjurer? Like, is it boring or what have you? I'm gonna give my opinion. This is my Arcanist, and I love this robe, this battle mage robe. It's so detailed in it. All right, so and my adorable little finger, who actually looks like it's going down a cursor line. Let's go ahead and switch to my conjurer, which is at level 16 at the moment. So, like my battle mage, well, this is my apothecary or acolyte robe. Now, they're gonna have a slower time leveling as to oppose, say, a DPS class, as you saw on my Archer video, to where I was able to pull like crazy. But of course, that was the beginning. At the beginning of the white mage, it's a little slower, but not too agonizing slower, because of course you only have one spell to really rely on. And then at I believe level 4, you do get a dot, so it does increase a little bit so far. So guys, you got to kind of be dedicated and not mind the a little bit of a shrug or slug at the beginning. But the thing about conjurers and healers all like, and a lot of other MMOs, they have no problem finding parties. And of course, party play is a good way to level up. Fate runs, dungeon runs, guild levies, what have you. So if you really like the idea of just healing, and you don't mind so much that the beginning of the game is going to be a little slower than a lot of DPSers, and that's pretty much the class for you. And a lot of people just say, oh, it's boring because it's heal, all of this, and it's like, I understand, yeah, but that's a lot of what a conjurer or healers are in a lot of other MMOs. They just have that basic heal. When shit hits the fan, hit your big heal. Maybe if you have a cool mana HP I can't believe I forgot the word. Mitigating damage mitigating skill to throw on the tank or something, or the DPS decides it's like, let me go crazy with the DPS and not care about threat, and you have to throw a big heal on that knucklehead, and that's pretty much what your job is. It's like, but a lot of people do have a good time, and they feel really good about healing other people and making sure they stay alive, and they do have a bigger responsibility in the party, of course, because if the tank dies because of healing, or the DPS dies because they weren't receiving heals, either one, or doing their job right, so the tank also needs to help. Well, the tank needs, I believe the tank has the biggest kind of responsibility group, because not also does the whole threat, but it kind of has to use those damage mitigation skills to help the healer out. But if the healer's just not healing the tank at all, then of course it's the healer's fault. But if the DPSers are doing too much DPS and too fast and not minding their threat, then I usually let them die. But I guess that's the asshole in me. But yeah, But yeah, so guys, there's not really much to like how I conjure. It's pretty much your standard healer in the game. As you can see, I've been just kind of going around. It's been a little slower for me, because I think in that Archer video I was at least to take down, I think, 8 mobs by the same amount of time, and I was only to take down 3 here. But I'm not concentrating too hard, and I have more than just 2 to 3 skills to throw at them. To make things go a little faster, I would go ahead and level your Archer to 4 so you can get Raging Strikes, because yes, conjurers can actually equip Raging Strikes, so it actually would make their stone spells and their dots hit a little harder. Granted, it does have that longer cooldown. So now with that said, it's not really too much to say. Now let's go over stats. Stats, of course, is what you can anoint in them. Of course, the top priority stat for any conjurer, any magical healer of any kind, is mind. Mind is going to increase the magic potency of healing spells, bar none. That's your heals are going to hit harder, or heal for harder or more. And if they heal for more, you can gauge whether to use a big heal, a smaller heal, and you won't have to keep spamming heal over and over again, because you're healing for the, let's say you get it like to where your heals heal for a quarter of their health instead of an eighth of their health. That's one less spell that you would have to cast in that cycle, to where you can cast protect, or throw in a dot in there or two. But you really shouldn't be concentrating on doing damage, because that's what the DPSers jobs to do. Now, of course, the second one is going to be Piety. Piety is your maximum health pool. Mana pool, sorry. Of course, so simple. The more mana you have, the more healing spells you cast. Intelligence, I wouldn't really concentrate too much on intelligence. I would concentrate more on vitality, meaning that you get more HP, and let's say they do an AoE, you only have a small amount of HP, and you die, that means no healing at all. So it basically defeats the purpose of all. And it's like, no, well, healing's been a little boring. I want to throw a couple dots in there and stuff like, yeah, okay, that's fine, but you gotta see for a practical standpoint that it's more useful for you staying alive than you actually DPSing, and be able to throw out those heals when they're needed. And that's pretty simple there too. Now we're gonna go into the secondary stats. Now this is a very opinionated discussion about which stats you should put in, or which stats you should concentrate your secondary ones in. Now, how can you manipulate your secondary stats? That is the job of basically more in-game stuff, to where you can actually start slotting your equipment with materia, because those will have those stat increases too. Now, my personal opinion about which stat you should concentrate on first is determination. Now, you're probably wondering, what? You just said that physical properties should be concentrated on disciplines of war. This is true, but the crazy thing about this stat, it affects so many things. Now, if you read it right here, it says the effects the amount of damage dealt by both physical and magic attacks, as well as the amount of HP restored by healing spells, and auto attack potency is also affected. This basically increases the amount of healing you will be doing with your spells. This is contrary from what I said from earlier ones, than saying that it increases the amount that you receive. Now, it's kind of hard it's kind of weird how they word it, so I can see that there's a little bit of confusion in that. But this is basically pure and simple. This will affect how much your heals will go. This is basically like a secondary mind stat. Now, a lot of people say, no, I don't know about that. The equation of that doesn't equal out. I don't know the whole numbers of how much determination will increase by how much healing, but I will let you guys know later on as I experience. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other videos that explains that to a T scientifically. But for me, yeah, I would be working on determination, and you could find it on a lot of the gear that you'll pick up later on. Like you see here, the Discipline of Magi thing right here. Of course, this will work well for thaumaturges as well, seeing how it increases magic attack as well. So I have one determination in this piece. I have, see here, I have one determination on this piece. I have one determination point on this piece. I have one on this piece. I have one on the shield. So yeah, as you can see, it's going to be a lot. Determination is like a big base stat. It's going to be a lot of your gear. Now, the secondary one I would usually concentrate on would be skill speed, or spell speed. Of course, the faster you can throw out a heal, the that where you need that clutch healing, or when he got hit really hard and you got stunned there for a minute, and you're like, oh no, I'm not going to be able to get to in time before the mob hits him with this crazy armor busting ability. So the fact that you have that faster heal to get off can save, is the difference of life and death. So I would see this being the secondary. Now, I'm pretty sure people will say, well, wouldn't that make more sense to have skill speed as number one? Like I said, guys, there's different opinions about this. So, and then third but not least, and I think it was almost just as important, but it's kind of lower on my to get secondary skills, is going to be critical hit rate, or critical strike rate. This is basically going to, yes, healing spells can crit and heal for about double the amount of what you usually get, and it's really cool to get those off. But if you're constantly healing and are on your game, your tank shouldn't be dropping below like a quarter of their health to begin with, in a lot of regular fights and what have you. So what that crit's going to be basically doing is just overhealing, and it's just be a just a useless amount of HP put on that person. That's kind of why I kind of put critical hit rating lower on the scale than determination and spell speed. And so yeah, well, that's pretty much my opinion about that. So yeah, of course, so defense, good defense is also a good thing to worry about, but you shouldn't have to worry about too much because it goes with the whole vitality thing. If you can take a hit or two and survive and still throw out the hit, you can compensate for the amount you were hit for with a good heal spell, or of course an AoE heal spell. So it'll just hit you and of course you and your tank, and a lot of DPSers that seem to have pulled aggro and got hit. Cheers, guys. But guys, yeah, White Mage is one of my most favorite classes in the game, next to Thaumaturge and Arcanist. I guess if I had to choose, I would probably pick Arcanist and White Mage, and then probably Thaumaturge would be probably my third class I'd level up, and which seems to be the case. Let's see. Yeah, I think it seems to be the case. Yeah, 37, 18, and yeah, my Thaumaturge is at 15. So, and of course, I gotta level up my Archer to get Black Mage, but yeah, but it's that really nice mix. It's like sometimes I want a DPS, so I'm gonna go Thaumaturge or Summoner or Arcanist, and I believe even though they pretty much are the bog standard healer of the game and they're very simplistic, they just seem to have better tools at their disposal to heal, and they heal a little bit better than the Scholar. Even though the Scholar has some really interesting healing skills to them later on, but of course you have to go past level 30 to actually get access to these skills, because I love the heal that they get here. That's where it's only 300 potency instead of 400 potency, but it puts a shield on it. But my experiences with it is that the shield drops really fast. So it's like, it's not like, hey, throw a shield on it, you have a couple seconds to diddle around and throw up some dots and move out of the way. It's just, you have that heal, you heal, they can take maybe one more additional hit from the mob and it'll basically wear off. This probably will maybe increase or get better as you go later on the game and my healing potency goes up. My dunce cap. Oof. Ah, that thing is ugly. I like my Morpheus shades. Let's turn that off. I can't stand that hat. Anyway. And then of course you have an AoE heal one here, but it's only 150 potency. And it still puts that little shield on. I really like that. So, and then of course you have Psysic, which is your bog standard 400 potency. But they seem to play a very similar in the same area, or the same level of level, or same number level. I can't believe I'm saying the same plateau, or whether it's at the same level or whatever. God, I'm an idiot. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something from this. I'm pretty sure a lot of seasoned MMO players are probably already known that. But yeah, you probably mostly get more of an idea of how you would do your secondary stats here. But goes. I'm working on my materia, guys. It's crafting seems to take just almost as much time as leveling a Magi or Discipline of Magi in War. But and I'm still trying to level this guy up to 50. Alright guys, I appreciate you joining me, and I hope you guys took something from this. And if you guys enjoyed your time, please like, subscribe, put a comment. Guys, more questions, and I will get to them and maybe put them on the show for you. A little dedication to you guys who have a question. And as always, guys, cheers. Raise your glasses. Cheers. And game on. I got the magic touch. Heal, heal. Throwing out some heals. Can I get a res here at 2713? No, that's not really on there, but it's kind of funny to see that go constantly on the map. Go, just go. You can just keep on going. Oh, thanks, someone put a stone on me. Thank you. There's no reason for you to stop. You can keep on the move, keep spamming your skills, and officially killing it in such a fast way. There's like I keep saying, guys, there's no reason for you to just keep on. He's dead. Go, just keep going. The way that the archer works, this is only the first couple level, guys. This is not what I'm suggesting like later on, because of course these skills they cost a lot less at the beginning of the game, but you have 1,000 TP